We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. And it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police Channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com. You will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, those of you who like or love Andrew Holness will continue to love him. Those of you who hated him because he doesn't represent your party, yeah, the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. And based on information received and obtained, his mother, yes, we don't know the man personally. His mother is a Jamaica Labour Party supporter and his father is a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporter. So that's why his middle name is Michael. And we are at the Jamaica Young Police and we are happy that that he did not went into the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization because he would be a criminal, yes, a criminal politician as supporting criminality as Julian Robinson, Philip Parwell and all of these people. So it's a good thing that he ditched his father's philosophy and gravitate toward his mother. Mothers knows best. Some mothers are real old dirty bungler, corrodes and corrobunkers. Some mothers are just low life. Yes, so we are telling, especially some of them in our Portmore, but I tell you because we used to live there on them thing there. Some of them you can't help or you can't change them because their mind are just corrupt and just like full with filth. So, as you can see, Andrew Holness has transformed in Jamaica from criminal's paradise to the global envy of the Caribbean when it comes on to fighting crime. He has doing something that no other prime minister has done, where he has been giving poor people a leg up, giving them houses. But guess what? The greatest thing is that this man is not giving criminals. Yeah, we're talking murderers, dons, extortionists, and dons and murderers, rapists, all of these people. He's not giving criminals house. He's giving people who are less fortunate. As you know, I'm a capitalist, so I am the kind of person who support the government, giving people things, but he's the leader of the country, so, and he's helping the poor, and we are for the poor. Make them live in dignity. And the most important thing is that this man is not being biased in terms of just giving houses to just Jamaica Labour Party supporters. He's giving it to Jamaicans because he doesn't see Jamaican people and put them in a box as a PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, because that is what they're all about. They do not love the people, they only love power, and they by any means necessary, whether by the bullets that lead to the ballots. All they do is destroy lives. So I want you to take a moment to watch two powerful videos from Jamaica, filmed in June 2025. These are not just clips to scroll past or watch casually. These are real moments capturing a historic shift in our country's direction under the leadership of Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. In the first video, you will witness the Prime Minister personally handing over the keys to a brand new home to a mother of two daughters in St. Thomas, one of Jamaica's most underserved and long neglected parishes. Dr. Andrew Michael Holness of St. Thomas is not the forgotten parish anymore. Not Portland and St. Mary. The man has made all of these parishes now come to the fore and can compete, create jobs and make people's lives much better. You don't expect when you're working for people you're going to be rich. Some people expect that they want riches overnight. A man who worth $400,000 for the month, he want 10 million. Yeah, that can't work. And that's the mindset of people who are, especially who do not understand how the economy work. Yeah, anywhere you go in the world, we can tell you have rich, middle class, and the poor. And sometimes the middle class is just poor too. You understand? The middle class just barely can get by, and that's how the system is designed, whether or not you want to believe it. But some people feel like, me I work, so me supposed to drive Benz. Well, when you're supposed to just ride a bicycle, I just saw it go. You cannot blame people for your stagnation in your life. When you go to school, you waste time. You sit in a class, waste time, create trouble, and all of the things. You understand? While others in a class, they might do them schoolwork, you there chat. Every minute you in a problem with teacher and other students, and you are going to school, you want to be bad man, or you a girl, you are going to school, and you don't want nobody to talk to you because you were raised by your parents and your community, and you don't understand that them say humble calves suck the most milk. So as we continue the journey, so our story is heartbreaking yet inspiring. That's the mother. So before this intervention, her family was living in a structure so dilapidated that even a hog pen would have offered better shelter and dignity. That was the level of poverty, abject and dehumanizing. But thanks to this government commitment to human upliftment, that mother now lives in a solid, secure and respectable home where she can raise her daughters with renewed sense of pride and hope for the future. She no longer has to worry about the rain flooding her house or rats crawling over her sleeping children. She now has a front door she can lock, a roof that doesn't leak, and a space that represents dignity, not despair. This is what nation building looks like. Not slogans, not empty speeches, but real, tangible transformation that reaches the most vulnerable amongst us. No scandal like no Operation Pride. No scandal, nobody thief no money. Like how Daniel William get billions and thief it, and then them give it back to the PNP and them use it for run election for PNP win again, and them just give it to the licky people them a one-time money whilst them going and them just thief. Right here it's totally different. You're seeing a total different transformation, real tangible transformation that reaches the most vulnerable amongst us. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is not handing out homes to dons, killers, extortionists, scammers or criminals. He is not pandering to violence producers or those who believe power is taken by fear. Instead, he is prioritizing law-abiding citizens, mothers, fathers, struggling families, people who have been ignored for decades. Let's pause and reflect on this. In the past, it was gunmen, I tell you that the gunmen, the dons, and the corrupt who receive handouts and protection from politicians, these were the people used as foot soldiers for votes and as enforcers for political agenda. But that is not what is happening under the Holness administration. Instead, this government is redefining who is valued and who is worthy of investment. In doing so, Prime Minister Holness is restoring dignity to everyday Jamaican. Those who obey the law, who raise their children with what little they have, and who pray for a better future, even when society tells them they have been forgotten. This is justice. This is what it means to be a patriot and a leader. This is what true leadership looks like. Jamaica has come a long way, and we are no longer rewarding criminality. We are finally celebrating and empowering decent resilience and perseverance. That is the clearest sign that our country is moving forward, not just economically or politically, but morally and spiritually. To the critics who still question whether Jamaica is progressing, watch these videos. Listen to the voice of the grateful mother. Look at the smile on her daughter's face. This is not propaganda, this is progress. And if we are honest with ourselves, we must admit this is the kind of Jamaica we all dream of, and this is the kind of leadership we need to get us there. So whether or not you want to believe it, some people say, we're close to the promised land. Yes, I would say that. And Jamaica accent, we can see it, and Jamaica future look bright with Andrew Holness at the M. And those who hate him, you can continue to hate a good man, but this man is the father of the nation. He is our Lee Kuan Yew, whether or not you want to believe it. If you love criminality, you're going to gravitate to the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization with a big belly white man from England. But we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we are not into that. We are all about progress and a betterment and a law. Yes, man, so whether or not you want to believe it, Jamaica future is bright because of leadership that works. There's no denying it anymore. Jamaica is rising, and at the heart of this national upliftment is one man whose vision, discipline, and unwavering commitment to the people have become the bedrock of our country's transformation. Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, is one of us. He was born here in Jamaica. He didn't have to show a birth certificate. He didn't have so many schoolmates. He didn't have to make up anything. Say boy, him did born as well. Everybody knows him come from a 2-bedroom house. Everybody knows him have slave genes in him. Every Jamaican know that his ancestors were slaves just like us. And he's a patriot. He's not a traitor. He's not selling out Jamaica. He loves Jamaican people. He loves Jamaica more than he loves power. So let that sink in. You can put it in your pipe and smoke it. We are living in a time when Jamaica is not just holding its own. We are moving forward with purpose. Roads are being built. Homes are being handed over to the less fortunate. Investments are pouring in. The tourism industry is recovering stronger than ever. Education reform is happening. Crime, while still a challenge, is finally being addressed with strategy and intelligence rather than emotion and political posturing. We have the lowest murder in Jamaica for the past 36 years. And thanks to Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. The last time that happened was when Edward Seaga was Prime Minister. So, says a chip from the old block. The same man where black people eat. If Edward Seaga was able to continue, Jamaica right now, Jamaica would have way ahead than where we are right now. But the Jamaican people, them licky, beggy, illiterate dummies. And dummies shouldn't even get to vote in a democracy. Them should be able to pass, when it come on to your laws and rules and regulation that govern us as a people. Because you can't have dummies a vote, and people them don't know A from bullfoot. Them can't even make a complete sentence. Them people that shouldn't even vote. All them think that them that there's this service to intelligent people, and then the intelligent people them stay home. Oh, me not vote, come and get none. What you want? More than you want. Most important thing is security. If you vote for the PNP LGBTQ plus, say you get Klansman gang. That's all. Criminality, turn up, terrorism. This Andrew Holness have the criminal them and them back foot, them affair run. Man affair migrate to other countries. I just saw it go. So these are not random acts of progress. They are the result of solid visionary leadership. Dr. Holness has never wavered in his mission to create a Jamaica that works for all Jamaicans, not just the privileged, not just the connected, not just the corrupt. Under his leadership, there is a growing sense that those who play by the rules, who work hard, raise their children with integrity and believe in Jamaica, are finally be rewarded, not ignored. Let's not be fooled. There is a clear and dangerous alternative that lurks just beneath the surface. The return of the PNP, now twisted into what I have called the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. This is not a party of solution. This is a party with proven track record of rewarding dons, murderers, turning a blind eye to criminality and destabilizing communities in exchange for votes and power. Their reign has left scars on Jamaica, scars we are still healing from. To hand Jamaica back to them would be like planting new seeds in burnt soil. It would not grow. It would rot. That is why we must be vigilant. We must be educated. We must choose Jamaica. Not party, not personality, not tribalism. Jamaica. And today choosing Jamaica means choosing Dr. Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. It is not about blind loyalty. It's about leadership. It is about result. It's about a leader who stays focused while others play politics. A leader who governs with principle, poise and patriotism. This is not about the present. It's about the kind of Jamaica we want our children and grandchildren to inherit. A Jamaica that does not bow to criminals. A Jamaica where development reaches every parish, not just uptown Kingston. A Jamaica where the dreams of an inner city youth are no longer dismissed as fantasy but nurtured as possibility and possible. Let us not be distracted by noise, lies and desperate tactics. Let us build on the progress already taking place. Let us not risk our country future and recycle failure, wrapping false promises of criminality and then telling our youths now, say, open up your batty hole and take it like a girl. We said, got leg a boy. Because when you choose Andrew Holness, you are choosing vision over vengeance, future over fear, and hope over hatred. The world is watching Jamaica rise. Let's not go back, let's go forward together. So I'm going to let you watch the video with Dr. Michael Andrew Holness handing over our house to this woman in St. Thomas. You watch, and we always say, always watch the video to the end, because this is not your ordinary YouTube channel. And after you watch this video, then we'll come and then we'll make a show you where the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization want to take us as a people. You watch, you listen, and you decide.
This is where I lived for many years. Tried to get some help but did not. My two daughters and I live here. Well, we have a hard time here. Rainfall, get wet and all these things. And I'm glad for my MP, Miss Michelle Charles. She introduced me to the social housing. So I did it and I get through, and I'm grateful and I'm so thankful for it. Only one bed could hold in here, so you see a little whatnot, a little chest of drawer that in the mash up now. Because the rain and when rainfall and it wet and everything just mash up. Challenging. Because in rainfall, if you have to shuffle up on a set pan, you know, sometimes we get wet up and all them things there. So it was really challenging. Alright, I'm feeling elated getting this new house, knowing that when it's rain, I have to draw up again, and I'm very grateful for my Prime Minister and my MP for making this possible for me. It's a good program, very good program to help poor people a lot, help who cannot afford to make a house, get something for themselves. Excited that my two daughters can have their own space and knowing that they can be more comfortable. I would like for all who say bad things about this program to come on board, because this is a good program and all who don't have a home for themselves can get something for themselves through this program. And I'm telling my Prime Minister, many thanks, much thanks for whatever he's doing, and keep up the good work, and driver don't stop at all, and just keep them talking, my Prime Minister. Beautiful bathroom. Go far from but look at me low, look at me low, look at me low. This is where I lived for many years. Tried to get some help but did not. My two daughters and I live here. Well, we have a hard time here. Rainfall, get wet and all these things, and I'm glad for my MP, Miss Michelle Charles. She introduced me to the social housing. So I did it and I get through, and I'm grateful and I'm so thankful for it. Only one bed could hold in here, so you see a little whatnot, a little chest of drawer that in the mash up now. Because the rain and when rainfall and it wet and everything just mash up. Challenging. Because in rainfall, if you have to shuffle up on a set pan, you know, sometimes we get wet up and all them things there. So it was really challenging. Alright, I'm feeling elated getting this new house, knowing that when it's rain, I have to draw up again, and I'm very grateful for my Prime Minister and my MP for making this possible for me. It's a good program, very good program to help poor people a lot, help who cannot afford to make a house, get something for themselves. Excited that my two daughters can have their own space and knowing that they can be more comfortable. I would like for all who say bad things about this program to come on board, because this is a good program and all who don't have a home for themselves can get something for themselves through this program. And I'm telling my Prime Minister, many thanks, much thanks for whatever he's doing, and keep up the good work, and driver don't stop at all, and just keep them talking, my Prime Minister. Beautiful bathroom. Go far from but look at me low, look at me low, look at me low.
Honestly, I do not support, as I said before, I don't believe in a socialism business, you understand, but this is Prime Minister that is doing it, his thing, elevating people from abject poverty and making them live a very, uplifting and decent life, make them feel like a real human being. But I am saying that if you say you can't even take care of yourself, you're not supposed to have any children. It's as simple as that. So although I may not fully support the idea of the government providing free housing to the less fortunate as a long-term strategy, we must be honest with ourselves and face a deeper, more uncomfortable truth. Poverty is not just an economic condition, it's a cycle, often passed from generation to generation like a family heirloom. No one asks for. It is written in this context that we must view the work being done by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, whose administration had taken bold steps to provide safe, dignified housing for some of Jamaica's most destitute families. These individuals, many of whom are single mothers with young children, have lived in conditions that most people would find uninhabitable. Some dwellings were worse than animal pens, the hags where pig live, what I'm saying, where basic human dignity was stripped away by every rainfall, every crumbling wall, every night without security. I can't believe in 2025 you have people in Jamaica living in them kind of condition, and what happened to her parents? So say she come from a family where poverty is stricken, and then pass on the poverty to her, and she gonna have 2 children and she not even living away. She can't say, boy, not even boy, I tell them, I don't know how them do it still though, but I wish part want to the father them, want to the men them what she have children with, this is just sick, and I 2 daughters now she have. These individuals, many of whom they are single mothers, and them just allow, cause you have to understand, so men are liars, them meet a woman, them love the woman, as the woman get pregnant, Jamaican men, them just run. Most of them, they are not responsible. Some dwelling even worse than animal pens, man. You can't look at it. That's why I let you see the video twice. And basic humanity strip away. Human, so yes, some may argue if you cannot afford to properly house and raise children, you should not be bringing them into the world. And on principle, that argument is not without merit. Raising a child is one of the most sacred and serious responsibilities any human being can take on. And poverty should never be the default inheritance we leave for the next generation. However, let us all remember this: the poor do not choose poverty. Poverty is often imposed upon them by systemic neglect, lack of access to education, historic inequities, and a society that for decades has rewarded criminality while ignoring decency. For far too long, the Jamaican political class, particularly under past regimes, have glorified dons, enablers of violence and thugs while turning their backs on the law-abiding poor, who asks only for a fair chance. So let me give them. What Prime Minister Holness is doing is not simple charity, it's nation building rooted in justice. He's not handing out homes to reward political loyalty. In fact, these homes are not being given only to JLP supporters, and that's what makes this program a revolutionary program. He's giving homes to Jamaicans regardless of political affiliation, based on needs and merit. One thing we can tell you, say PMP them, no matter what you give them ungrateful people them. You understand? Them not go vote for the JLP. So and them not do it for vote. He might do it because him love them. So we show the difference between him, the PMP, anything on the matter, them have to get something in return. The JLP, them, no matter you're Jamaican, so them treat everyone. PMP not do it like that. They are tribalists. These are not Jamaicans, these are PMP, LGBTQ+, criminal organization, supporters, voters, and activists. I am telling you because I am from the belly of the beast. So this stands in stark contrast to the PMP, LGBTQ+ criminal organization historical practice of rewarding political foot soldiers, even when their hands were soaked in blood and their power come from instilling fear, not hope. Now, the deeper question remains: will this investment in the lives of the poor bear fruit? Will these new home owners, these mothers, fathers, and children rise above their circumstances and rewrite their family legacy? Time and statistics will be the judge of that. But history tells us that when people are given dignity, stability, and opportunity, the results can be transformative. A child who grew up in a clean, secure home is more likely to succeed in school, develop self-worth, and become a productive citizen. When you uplift our household, you interrupt the cycle of poverty and plant the seeds of generational change. So while I may still believe in personal responsibility and the importance of making wise choices before starting a family, I also believe in redemption, restoration, and the power of second chances. These houses and the housing project under the guidance of Prime Minister Holness are more than just concrete structures. They are acts of hope, and they carry with them an expectation that the beneficiaries will rise, work hard, and build a better Jamaica, not just for themselves, but for the nation. So we must stop seeing assistance as weakness. We must see it for what it is and what it can become, a foundation upon which strong, industrious, and ambitious Jamaican families can rise. The difference is clear. One party gave power to dons and criminals, the other is now empowering the powerless. And that choice we see clear, ideological and philosophical divide. The Jamaica Labour Party and the Holness leadership is providing and proving that progress is not just about roads and skyscraper, it's about people. So let's see how many of these families, freed from the grip of inherited poverty, will now raise children who carry the torch forward and not the chains of the past. So, moving on in 2025, as we tell you, what you say is an educational channel, so we always tell you to watch to the end. So I'm going to see, what the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is offering to the communities in Jamaica in 2025. Just look.
So, Miss Patrice, I think them the days of politics over. Me think now that bring things to the table, vision to the table. Them a bring back them the days of politics when you go around and write on wall and write in a road. Me think them the days of politics over. That means say, Mark Walden they not have no future for Jamaica people. They not have no plans for we. Because if I them the kind of politics them a bring back, they not have no plans for we.
MP, why these people bringing back this dirty style of politics? In the care that the people them put on that. It is so distasteful, so disgusting, and a day like today, it looks like I swear in the community of Rosites. She not have no right if you want to come to St. James Central, come represent the people of St. James Central with our nasty behavior. We not stand with it. Look how she make it dirty kind of boy them to the community.
It's distasteful, looking at that woman, Janice Allen, she used to be a journalist, a reporter, and it goes to show that these people, we must reject the backwardness, and embrace progress. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has nothing to offer Jamaica but division, destruction, and decay. Let us speak the truth without fear or apology. I am not being paid to do what I am doing. I am just doing it as a patriot, as a man we're born in our belly of the beast. Only two of us left, so this is personal. The PMP has nothing to offer. All they have to offer is division, destruction, and decay, and debt, and prison. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has never been a party of national unity, development, or forward-thinking leadership. Instead, it has consistently resorted to division, tribalism, and chaos as political tools. And history has already shown us the result: death, destruction, and stagnation. In the late 1970s to early 1980s, that's 1980, before the government changed, Jamaica was gripped by one of the darkest chapters in our political history. Yeah, a time when the PMP carved out artificial borders into communities with blood and red paint. If you live in Kingston 12, 13, 11 downtown, you remember it well. The PMP didn't build hope, they built walls, not of brick but of fear. They painted PMP zone. All labor rights keep out or else you will be killed. That was written. The guy can't tell me nothing across zinc fence road tenement wall, desecrating entire communities with graffiti. That wasn't just offensive, it was deadly. That red paint was more than a color. It was a warning soaking blood, and then make the blood drip, marking off who was allowed to live and who could walk freely and who would be targeted. Those political ghettos became breeding grounds for violence, gun running, and entrenchment of dons, many of whom were funded and protected by the very PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization operatives who claim to care about the poor. They weaponize poverty, turning hungry youths into killers with promise of party loyalty and a free meal. And now in 2025, the same criminal-minded ideology is rearing its ugly head again. Not with guns yet. Them have the guns, them, you know. Because them have bringing the majority of guns in our country. But with spray paint and slogans, resurrecting the same dead politics of tribalism. In Roside St. James, a black woman named Janice Allen, a former journalist turned PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization candidate, is now engaging in the same old tired backward tactics. She and her lazy, dirty, socialist-minded carousers and corobunkers and dirty bungles have the audacity to deface public roads and residential areas with PMP slogans, reducing vibrant communities to political battleground once again. What does it say about a party when their only strategy is to paint slogans on street instead of paving them? What does it say about a candidate when their campaign is built on spray cans instead of solutions and division instead of development? This isn't leadership. This is lunacy. It is the same worthless, dirty bungle-head-minded set that turned vibrant communities into war zone and decades ago, and now they want to drag us right back in that era because of this big belly white man Mark Gummebeer Golin. Jamaica must reject this kind of backwardness. We must say no to tribal politics, no to artificial borderlines, and no to anyone who think that slogans and sidewalks can replace real leadership. Dr. Andrew Michael Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party have shown the Jamaican people what responsible modern leaderships look like. They are not painting roads with slogans. They are building them. They are not carving borders into communities. They are breaking down barriers and bringing people together. Prime Minister Holness is providing homes, education and investment, job creation and national security. Not red paint and death threats. He is choosing unity over division and the result over rhetoric. So the choice is clear. Do we move forward into the future or do we slide back into the darkness of the past? No, we don't. Jamaica is rising. Let us not be distracted by paint and propaganda. Let us rise with the Jamaica Labour Party and vote for every JLP candidate in the upcoming election. Let us say once and for all, no to tribalism, no to criminal politics, yes to Jamaica, yes to progress, yes to Andrew Holness. Choose Jamaica, choose Team Jamaica, choose the JLP all the way. We tired of the killing, and as a youth, we're born and grown in a ghetto. I say it already and I say it again. Jamaica over party any day. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.